So, not too long ago, my great grandmother transitioned. Not only was it an emotionally challenging time for me, but it was a time where I was able to reflect on some things and truly begin to examine death in a different way. And there are some key concepts that I would like to share with you so that if you do experience death from a loved one, you're able to cope and deal with it a little bit better, or at least um, ease those emotionally challenging feelings and that sorrow and help with the coping process in the mourning process. So, one, it's very important that we understand that we have to embrace this human life and this precious life that we are in now, because one day it will come to an end, at least in the physical realm. So this is why it's very important to value the relationships that we have with our loved ones at this present time. If there's someone that you really enjoyed spending your days with in high school or in middle school or even a few years ago, call them up, go on Facebook, see if you can find them. It's always great to get back in touch, because there may be a day when it's too late for you to say goodbye, or it's too late to say I love you. And you can always do that in prayer. But face to face and one-to-one interactivity is much better than regretting the fact that you could never say I love you or that you could never say goodbye. Second, one thing you have to understand is when you're going through something like a death, it's very important that the family stays close together. The bond should become much stronger, and there you should definitely want to eliminate any sort of bickering or any sort of arguing. I don't think that your deceased loved one would appreciate that level of friction. So to make your transition smoother, and also your family members around you, making sure that you have a loving heart, that you have a spirit that's non-combative is very important. And it's very meaningful. You'll look back and you'll say, I'm glad that I didn't focus on the minute little things that could have distracted the family. Making sure that you're always keeping your loved one's legacy ahead of all of the other bickering or childhood issues or drama that you may have experienced. And last but certainly not least, one thing that I want you to acknowledge is always making sure that you're acknowledging the legacy of your loved one. So grieving and going through the death process, or if your deceased one has transitioned, it's very emotionally challenging. However, it will make that person feel much better if you are living up to the morals and the values and the character traits that that person would have wanted you to fulfill. So if your great grandmother or your mom or your grandmother always told you to get your education or to pursue your passion, that's what you should be doing. You don't have to wait until tomorrow or until next year or until you feel better. You can do it right here, right now, at this time. Because once again, you'll be able to look back and you'll say, wow, I'm glad I took that opportunity. I'm glad I took that shot. I'm glad that I followed my passion at this time, not any other time. So those are some key concepts that I was able to reflect on, some key concepts that I experienced. And of course, when I experienced something, I want to make sure that your time with it is smoother, much easier. So if I can share this with you and help you in any way, then it will make my heart smile. So for one, God bless, and two, thank you for watching.